What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What Are They Cooking, the series where I feature viewer replays. As always, if you've got a replay you would like to see, just post it in the Discord, in the description, in the Edison Format Replays channel, and I'll take a look at it. Now, starting today, we have an exceptionally based replay. I gotta say, this is one of the coolest ideas I've seen in a while, so I absolutely had to feature it right off the bat here, and that is Fragrance Storm World Tree Amaryllis. I remember when I was a kid, I thought these cards were super cool, like the Fragrance Storm World Tree synergy, where you just destroy all your plants and like plus off of it. I thought it was so cool. Unfortunately, it just like didn't work. But this is a good attempt. I think it's trying to make that deck work as best as possible, using stuff like the Dandy tokens and Amaryllis to just constantly be putting plants on the field that get run over or get popped with your own cards. Now we do get dust shooted here, which is actually quite bad. It's not good that we got dust shooted here because it stopped us from activating our Fragrance Storms, but we can still do it on the token here, and we draw into a plant, so we get the other draw. Very nice. Man, don't you wish Fragrance Storm would like keep going though? Imagine if it was like Heart of the Underdog or something, where you could just like, or Tethys, where you just keep drawing. Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy, but yeah, as it stands, we draw Lone Fire, we draw Dust Shoot, so that's pretty good. We summon the Lone Fire, and then the Lone Fire is going to get us into an inclusion that I didn't even think about before, which is Seed of Flame. So when this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can bring back a level 4 plant in the grave, and then the opponent gets like a token or something. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It just like replaces itself. So we draw a plant, and then we draw again, and then the Seed of Flame just brings something back. So we get to summon Lone Fire back from the graveyard. So you can just like throw one of these in here, and if you draw Lone Fire plus Fragrance Storm, you can just like Lone Fire, Fragrance Storm, and then like Lone Fire again, which is super cool. Extremely neat interaction there. So now we're going to get into the Titanial. Now we use DDR, pitching the Amaryllis that we drew to get into the graveyard, and we just go in, run over this Lila, run over everything, get in for some damage, bring back Amaryllis in end phase, and resolve Dust Shoot with all this stuff on the field. Actually, we didn't set Dust Shoot. Why didn't you set Dust Shoot? I guess we could just set it next turn, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty over. We draw World Tree, so we can just activate that. No reason not to, really. I guess if the opponent draws Storm, it would suck. Maybe they milled Storm by now. They did mill Storm. Okay. They also milled Necro Guard now, so they can use it to stop our attack. We bring back Amaryllis again. We activate Trap Dust Shoot. Yeah, this is one of the cooler Amaryllis builds out there I've seen. We featured that like Gravarose Burn one. I think this one I might honestly even think is cooler than that, though. I think like I just love the World Tree and Fragrance Storm. And yeah, we draw again. We draw into Fragrance Storm at that point. We're going to activate it, get 3 counters on the World Tree, revive something else. Like, just crazy, crazy stuff. So this game, our hand sucks. Yeah, this doesn't do anything, right? Because Seed of Flame can't bring itself back. So we set Dust Shoot. Opponent goes for Lila. We get to Dust Shoot them. We see their hand's not too good. They set Raikou. Okay, we draw second Phoenix Wing. That's not fantastic either. We run over the Lila with the Seed of Flame. The opponent's just going to Raikou our back row and kill our Seed of Flame with the Honest? Kind of feels like the Seed of Flame traded better than it should have there, but okay. They Raikou our other back row, and they summon Jane, and they just start attacking. Okay. Well, we can set Mirror Force and Hope, I guess, but they draw Recharge. Okay, they recharge. They recharge into another Recharge. That's not good. If they find JD Celestia, we are in some trouble. They activate Avarice. We can't stop that either. They put it all back, and then they draw 2 more. They don't find JD Avarice. They hilariously summon Hamster in attack mode. Don't switch either of the Raikous, then just play into Mirror Force. So here we go for Fragrance Storm. Number 1, that draws us into World Tree. Number 2 is going to draw us 2 cards and get us a counter on the World Tree. We're not going to use this one. I guess we can use it with Dandy next turn anyway. Or we can just try to get 3 counters and then revive Seed of Flame or something and then get that off. So we're going to crash Dandy here to get a 3rd counter on the World Tree. Then we're going to use the 3 counters to revive Seed of Flame, activate Fragrance Storm. We don't draw a plant, but we can just revive Dandelion, and the opponent gets a Seed of Flame token. Now they're going to hit over our Dandy and activate Vortex, not summoning the Aaron because they're worried about deck out at this point, but the Vortex gives us yet more counters on the World Tree. The opponent has to make Brionac and bounce it, stacking the Wolf so that they can end phase mill it off of the Aaron, but they also mill one of their JDs, which is not good, and now we can just Mark of the Rose, take this Brionac, and like bounce everything, activate the World Tree, hit over that, and then we could bounce the Wolf, and we could bounce our own Mark, and we can bounce a Brionac. Oh no, we don't bounce our own Mark. Probably should bounce our own mark. It's better to have in the hand than the Titanial, I think. So the opponent draws into Lila, which is okay. It's going to run over the Amaryllis, which gives us another counter, but the counter doesn't matter because the Lila will just kill our World Tree. However, they are in real danger of deck out here. We top deck into Trade-In, which is insanely good. Now we go Hidden Armory, grab DDR. DDR can bring out Lone Fire. Lone Fire can go into Titanial. We have another one. We do. And now we're getting in for big damage, and we can revive Amaryllis, and this game looks pretty over. They have Necro Guard now, but they're just like imminently going to deck out. Even if they top deck JD, they can't do anything. Yeah, they top deck JD. They could pay 1,000 and then take 16 and then hit for 3,000, but they're just going to mill out. So, yeah. World Tree, Fragrant Storm, Seed of Flame, Amaryllis Plants. Extremely, extremely top tier stuff here. All right, next up we got a couple of interesting fairy decks. First one we're featuring here is Miraculous Descent, Christia Sworn. So this is kind of like a card that resembles Release from Stone, or just like summons a certain type from your banish pile. So to enable it, we're playing triple Soul of Purity and Light. I think this deck was also playing like Trade-In and Dark Lord Zerato, which made me think you should probably just play Trade-In with Enrise, right? Because Enrise lets you banish stuff to set up your Miraculous Descent. And it's also something you can summon, unlike Zerato. I don't see how Zerato ever gets you any value if you're not playing like Valhalla or maybe like Battle Fader or Phantom Copy It. I don't know. There's like weird ways, but I think Enrise would just be better in this deck. That's my one comment. So we go for Descent into Summon Christia, right, with this. After summoning Soul, but the opponent has Heavy, and I think this thing will kill the Christia, so it goes to the top. But we can summon another Soul here. We attack, and we just main phase 2 Tribute Christia. Hope they don't have a Monarch, I guess, because if they did, it would be quite bad. They summon Ocean. I don't know. We might have just like screwed ourselves, though, because how do we out-dupe block without special summoning? All right, it doesn't matter. The opponent outs our field for us, so we're not just going to like stall till deck out at least. But we are down bad. We are down bad. The opponent has like 10 cards, and we have 3. So, I don't know. We draw Zerato. That's not great. They go for Typhoon. We chain. That puts the Christia to the top. But I think we have like 5 fairies by now or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fairies. So the Christia is not live. We would need to draw the 3rd Soul or something for the Christia to be live. And even then, it's like, how do you out-dupe block still? I don't know. If this was an Enrise, it would be clear how we could out-dupe block, but it's not. It's a Zerato. Got to bring it all back. So we set Raikou, but now we just die to like anything, and they have Malicious Edge, so that's going to be lethal damage. So we go to the next game. Okay. Rough game 1. Maybe we can pull it back in game 2 here. We start with Sark for Christia, activate Trade-In, draw 2. We find Dust Shoot, which is pretty good. I think it's better against frogs to hold Dust Shoot generally. But they just use it straight away. We're actually going to Orange Light the Stratos. We go for Sark for a Dimensional Alchemist. Didn't even know we were playing that. So then we just drop Soul and we start beating in. Okay, but that's going to mean that the Christia is going to be dead. Because we banished 2 of our fairies. I guess we could just tribute it. We do just tribute it. We search a second Dimmalk. So this list just on Dimmalk. I kind of get it because you want to banish your stuff. But it kind of makes me wonder why we're not playing Skyscourge Enrise still. I feel like Enrise would be awesome. But we Orange Light the swap, and they just scoop it up there. So yeah, on to game number 3. We open a hand that is not too good, but it's like, all right, we draw into charge, we mill with the charge, we can summon Soul, just hope it's not a dupe, I guess, set things. We have Return. Return's really good. We standby phase Miraculous Descent, but they have the out with the Soul Exchange. However, here we can drop Sork, flip up Return from the different dimensions, summon back everything, and attack for game. So that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Miraculous Descent's a neat card. I mean, it definitely has potential, much like Release from Stone. And you can like bring back Christia, which is even better than bringing back something like Guardian or Fossil Dyna. So definitely cool. And Fairies decks always like to be banishing stuff too, usually. So, I mean, yeah, there's some synergy there. Next one we have, this is like, what is this, Plant Fairies? I forget. I think it's like Plant Fairies, and we're up against the new Rock deck. So we just bottomless the Guardian. All right, and now we go Lone Fire with the Dandelion, and we summon out a big Titanial. I don't know why we tributed the Lone Fire instead of the token. But yeah, I guess maybe just wanted one more thing in defense, but how's the opponent going to summon a bunch of guys from this point? We bring out Tomato, we attack into Hamster, but Hamster, Raikou, just kind of like massive garbage into Titanial. Oh no, we swing into Dyna. Oh no. Oh, but it kills the set Raikou too. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, because the Raikou was special summoned. So we deprison. We have Storm in our hand. The opponent's just going for Mole. They bounce back our Angel. Do we just go Angel Poke? Wait, we're playing Morphtronic Scopin. You can summon it off Angel, I guess. They bring out Gigantes, so now they go Mole, and then Gigantes just gonna hit over Morphtronic Scopin. All right, we go Heavy Storm, summon Angel, and now we're gonna crash it a bunch of times, and we're gonna drop Christia. I mean, that's pretty good. That is quite good. We go into Herald, so we can mark Synchro, DDR, and then summon Christia. That's dirty. So I guess they probably just got to go for this Mole. No, they go set Raikou. Okay. The Raikou will out. The Christia. Christia goes to top. We steal the Raikou with Goyo, something that doesn't happen often. How many fairies? There's only 3 down there. So we can just summon Herald and then Synchro for Armory Arm, and then Special Christia, activate Brain Control, win the game. Yeah, that seems like that's what's going to be happening here. So unfortunate for the Rock deck. Even with Gores, they're going to be going down because we got that Christia out. So on to game number 2. Game number 2. We open up a good hand. We've got multiple starters. We got an Orange Light, always nice to see. Unfortunately, the Dust Tornado is going to take out the Deep Prison there. Hits into Sangan. Are they going to negate it? No, they're not. They're going to save it for negating something proactive on our turn because they have that Mirror Force to put behind the Guardian. They just negate the Lone Fire, but we negate the Quackimero Guardian with our Orange Light. So now we're going to get into the Titanial and swing into Tragodia. Tragodia is going to get dropped. They can pitch to force out the Titanial to tribute itself. Now the Trag will die, but they can just set Hamster, so they're looking in a pretty good spot. Man, this Rock deck actually looks pretty fun. I should play it more. I've only played it like 2 games. And I love Rock so much. And I love Release from Stone. And I love Gigantes and Gaia Plate and stuff. I should mess around with it some more. But, yeah. On this side of the playing field, we're going to be setting a Tomato. Opponent's just going to Gigantes hit over. We go into Violet Witch. Release from Stone gets activated, but the Guardian eats a Bottomless. The opponent's actually got some cracked stuff in their hand. They can just go, like, Dark Calling for a friggin' 5,200 Gaia and then summon Dinah or something. So we definitely we're not in the clear in any way, but there is a Mirror Force. So the Mirror Force is going to have to be dealt with somehow. They actually go for Arcanite. We set Mirror. Should probably just go Dark Gaia or Gaia Plate Poke. Yeah, that forces the Mirror Force. Now we force out a negation, so the Arcanite is small. We just go set Plague. And this Dark Gaia is lethal, right? This is just straight up. It's like, oh no. I've got the life points backwards. It's not lethal. My bad. But we hit over everything, and it's very good. On the other hand, though, we can just steal that enormous Dark Gaia, hit for 35. They were at 3450. They just died to their own 5200 Dark Gaia. Oh no. Oh, that's tragic. But yeah, this was Plant Fairy, I guess. Cool deck. Next up, and the final replay of today, we've got a pretty epic showdown here, actually, between Pana, who is playing Virus Frogs. You might recall Pana, the progenitor of virus dragons. So now he's expanding the toxicity into other degenerate strategies. And then we got my teammate Snack here, who seems to be playing just Vayu Turbo. Very boring. Very typical of Snack to be boring. Just no. Snack is based. We draw End of Anubis. Yo, you can use it with all the viruses, and it's not a bad floodgate. End of Anubis is it's like modern Necro Valley level floodgate, but it's on a 2500 dude. The card's actually pretty sick. So the Hamster gets Caiused. Snack flips Torrential. Pretty rough trade for Snack there. Pretty difficult. Pretty hard for her to come back at this point. Pana's just destroying her. Is he going to drop the Tragodia here? He is indeed. We bring back Treeborn, activate Upstart Goblin. I've seen more and more Frog players playing Upstart Goblin. I think the main logic behind it is after you use Substito to thin your deck, the Upstarts become like even more value. We draw into DDV. We're just going to use it and kill everything, and the Dark Armed is dead. So, poor Snack. Losing to DDV since Edison Format began. Let's see. This hand sucks. This doesn't do anything from Pana. No Royal Oppression, but even if there was, we would have Typhooned it. Now we set Typhoon. It gets Dust Tornadoed. We really siding Dust Tornado versus Frogs? I guess to stop the viruses. Okay, maybe it makes a little bit of sense to stop the viruses. On the other hand, we're just like dead here. This is just 8,000 damage because Snack had Burial and could summon 3 freaking Armed Wings. She actually plays 3 Armed Wings, right? That's a little odd, right? Most people just play 2 Armed Wings. I swear, it's like 2-2-1 with the value ratios. But Snack just has 3. Okay. We're gonna just do the standard opening play, swap Frog, send Treeborn past. Oh, we can side into Sirocco, and it's like even better in here, right? Because we have all the we have DDV. It goes with DDV. That's pretty cool. This is surely just gonna get crowed, right? We don't want to take that much damage. We're just gonna eat 17, no big deal. Opponent sets Mirror Force. We draw into Typhoon. We use it, and what do we just like bring out? Sirocco, hit over. That is gonna be a little bit of the problem if Snack can just summon her own Sirocco, hit over. So now we bring out a Treeborn. We can't really do much here. We kind of just gotta like set our stuff. How are we gonna get that Eradicator live though? We let them run over our Treeborn. Okay, we can brain the Sirocco, and then we can stack, and then it'll work with the Eradicator. So now we just like main 2 Eradicator called Traps, kill both the Bottomless, and we see their whole hand. It's Sidra and Sirocco, so neither one of those really does anything. Snack's going to bring out an Armed Wing, which is, of course, just going to get killed by the Mirror Force. So we are still alive. The Treeborn comes out. We summon End of Anubis. The boys hit the field. Snack just draws Dark Armed. And it's live? Wait, is it live? She banished the Grepher, right? That's what happened? Yeah, unfortunate for Pana. Unfortunate for Pana. He loses the game. Man, what a sacker Snack is. She didn't deserve to win this. Pana deserved to win this. We all agree, right? That was crazy. The taking the Sirocco and then stacking the Eradicator, very cool. So, Virus Frogs. All right, as always, let me know what you thought in the comments section. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.